Now, on this particular proof, if you wanted to try it on your own, I would have no problem with you going ahead to pause right now. But I am going to go ahead and show it to you. This one now involves angles. Still the same concept, so you kind of have to think through the information that you have. So it says if the angle A is congruent to angle B, and the measure of angle B is 2 times the measure of angle C, and the measure of angle C is equal to 45 degrees, then the measure of angle A is equal to 90 degrees. Write a 2-column proof to justify your conjecture. And so over here on the left, I'm going to go ahead and put down all the things that were given to me. So first I know that angle A is congruent to angle B. And then I know that I think I hit something, yep. Then I know that the measure of angle B is equal to 2 times the measure of angle C. And I know that the measure of angle C is equal to 45. And then I know that my proof is going to be that the measure of angle A is equal to 90. And so again, I just want you to see this is an if-then statement with a hypothesis and a conclusion. So here would be my hypothesis, all the things that I have been given. And then here would be my conclusion, that the measure of angle A is equal to 90. And so that's how conditional statements work with proofs. So I'm going to go ahead and set up, going to go ahead and set up my table. So let's see. Got to click the line every time. And that looks in the wrong place. Let's scoot over a little bit. All right, so I'm going to start with my statements. And my reasons. So remember, I always have to start with a given. So my initial given, I'm just going to go with what they told me. Angle A is congruent to angle B. That's what I was given. Now, when I look at my answer, I see that in my answer, it wants me to talk about the measure of the angle. So I have to change this information that was given to me to talk about the measure of the angle. So my next line is going to be that the measure of angle A is congruent, not congruent, is equal to the measure of angle B. And how do I know that? Because the definition of congruent angles says that if 2 angles are congruent, then their measures are equal. So I got that from the definition of congruent. And you can put congruent angles, that's fine. Okay, so now that I know that the measure of angle A is equal to the measure of angle B, then I'm going to use some more information that was given to me. I was also told that the measure of angle B is equal to 2 times the measure of angle C. And again, that is information that is initially given to me. So now let's look at what we have here. I have that the measure of angle A is equal to the measure of angle B. And then I have that the measure of angle B is equal to 2 times the measure of angle C. And to me, that certainly sounds like one of my properties. So my next sentence is going to be that the measure of angle A is equal to 2 times the measure of angle C. And how do I know that? That is simply by the transitive property. Because look, transitive property says that if A is equal to B and B is equal to C, then A is equal to C. And that's what we have here, our transitive property. So now I know that the measure of angle A is equal to 2 times the measure of angle C. And then I'm going to go back again to some information that I was given. And the information that I was given says that the measure of angle C is equal to 45. And so that is given. Now, it would be really nice if I could say the measure of angle A is equal to 2 times the measure of angle C. The measure of angle C is equal to 45 and use transitive property. But I can't because the previous line, which you can number the lines here on the side, which I should have been doing all along, in line number 4, it tells me that the measure of angle A is equal to 2 times the measure of angle C. And so I know the measure of angle C is equal to 45. So I'm going to say in my line number 6 that the measure of angle A is equal to 2 times 45. And how do I know that? Well, I know that if I have the measure of angle C is equal to 45, then I can substitute 45 in place of the measure of angle C because they are equal. So that's going to be substitution, the substitution property, which allowed me to say that. And then I'm going to say in my next line that the measure of angle A is equal to 90. And again, that is going to be the substitution property because what I have done now is 2 times 45 is equal to 90. So I'm substituting an equal value. And that is what I was having to prove. So these two things, can't see that, these two things match up. So because they match up, then that means I am done. So this is the way that I chose to do this problem, but I'm definitely going to let you know that you could have done things a little bit differently by putting all of your givens at the beginning, which is just fine. But as you move from step 1 to 2 to 3 and all the way to the end, your logic needs to make sense. I wish that I could tell you how to know what you're supposed to write on the next line, but you really just have to follow your thinking to figure it out. And so sometimes people do kind of like jot things off to the side that say, if this, then this, if this, then this, if this, then this. And that helps them kind of think of the logic as they move forward so that what's in the proof will make sense. As you continue to work on them and just continue to do more practice, then it will get a lot easier and it will make a lot more sense and they will start to become more natural. And then as you learn more information, then again, the proofs will become more natural.